this is Anne from Odulcina Scrap. Today, let's play with a new idea using the simple card kit. The first thing I did with those sampling cards, the swatches, is to put some laces and then you staple them and you have kind of fabric and laces swatches. Most of you are familiar with those because they've been in my shop for a long time, but there's new members all the time, new subscribers, and maybe you never saw that and you kind of have no idea what it is for. So it's really like you layer. I'll put the link in the description below of a previous video that I've done creating those. So you have different formats. I have 2 kits of those now, and you can as well create kind of a scrappy pad with papers. And today we're gonna work on a new idea, so something totally new. I prepared my table, so I selected a few of the sampling cards. This was an idea that I got by watching the video of Barbara Weber's Mountain Treasures. She's part of my design team, and she did a project showcasing a couple of things, but she had made something similar, and I found the idea was really neat, but I thought we could make a little tweak out of it. So first, what you need to do is to staple your felt, and just make sure that you're gonna staple it down so it holds well. And for this size, I'm using 2 staples, so it looks like that. And then we can see it's secure. And all we want to do is to add some needles or pin. So it is just to hold the pins or the needle. And you can even like send them at the back, and it's behind the felt, you know. So I'm using those fancy pins, needle pins, but that could be the ones for sewing, for doing the embroidery. You kind of get the idea. So let me do a smaller one to show you another example of something we can do. So let's say I'm taking this one. I had pre-cut my felt. Because you see, I have all those pearls on my desk, and it is exactly to do, I did one in advance, but it is exactly to use one of the needle, either a small like this one or a bigger one like this one comes from those, you know, they're a little bit bigger. Any needle actually would fit, and that could be like a fancy needle like that. So sending it to someone, you can maybe put 2 or 3, but look at that. And then you can add some laces and other things, but you can as well, let's say instead of that, I'm gonna use the felt and I'm gonna put some lace. So what about this cute Crafty Me lace that I can use? And so I'm gonna go with the felt. It can be, the lace can be bigger, we don't really care. Let me see how it looks These are really hard to figure out if I'm on the good side or not. This is the good side. So let's say I make it a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna cut here and keep the remaining for another project. You know, this line here, this line here, this flower, this is perfect for another project. So I'm gonna staple all of that together. Maybe I can put one, just one in the middle. And while I do that, I guess I should put more lace. Okay, so I'll just grab a little piece here. And even if it looks like I'm wasting some lace, don't worry. I use them all and every little bits of the laces all the time. But I love them to be cut really messy, like if they are real scrap pieces of laces, but I made them scrap. Okay, I'm just trying again to see which one is the good side. This. Okay, so what about I am putting some lace and I staple in the middle all of that together, and I can even put a little bow or glue something on top of this one, and then that would be the same idea, but I would pin my needles through the lace. And oh, this one is bigger. It's bigger, it's a little bit harder. There you go, too high. So maybe you see the potential. So that is my idea. It's to convert those swatches, samples of laces or fabric or scrappy pads, and use them for needles instead. They can be really like just basic needles, fancy needles, and you can have fun with that. You can still decorate them and add more laces at the top. You could, instead of lace, you could put like a fabric, I guess. And now I just want to show you how to do those little needles. It's really, really simple. You can buy needles on Amazon, Walmart. And this is a pack that I bought, I guess at Michael's, but you have some on Amazon too. So you want some little like flowers, little caps too, the caps like that. There's different sizes in my bundle. And you want maybe some little crimps like that here. Or I kept all those, but I guess you can buy them. It is just to, you know, at the back of an earring for the ears. You can put that, and I'm using them as well. So let me show you what I'm doing. So let's say I grab a needle, and then let's go with green. I can maybe put a smaller, and you just see if you like it. No, it's too long. I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. So you can see right away if you like it. I'm just not sure. So what I'm gonna do is I'll start with the cap. I love the cap like that. And then, but yeah, it would need maybe this little flower first. Oops. Then the little cap. Okay, so I've put the little flower first, then the cap. And then I'm gonna put like a bigger bead there. Like that. And then I just need some sort of a closure at the bottom. So I could use a little crimp. Well, I say little, but it's not that little. And then I can press as long as it holds. Oops. These are a little bit harder to press. I kind of need my two ends. Okay, so I tried my best, and this one just don't want to cooperate. I'm not able to make it stand around the needle. I guess maybe because the needle is too big. So I'm gonna use my glue to the rescue. And I guess this is something we can do. The next one, I'm gonna try it just with the glue and the bead instead of a crimp. So I'm gonna move it up and the glue will hold everything. I'm gonna remove the excess of the glue before it's too late. And now it holds well with a little bit of help with the glue. And look at that. So I can use, oh, let me zoom out a little bit. So look at that. This can be really perfect for a swap or a happy mail. And these, you can use them. Let's take my last journal. I could use one of those pins and just simply pin it somewhere where there's some fabric. Just like that. So it's kind of a decoration to add to the cover because it's pretty bulky to be inside, but it could be used on the side too. So that's an idea like that. How do you find that? I love it. I love it. I prefer with the lace. I think it's more fancy, right? If you love the shabby chic style. So I'm gonna put link in my description below for Barbara's video, so you can go see her version and some of the beadings that I've used, and of course the links to the 2 digital kits that I have for doing swatches like that you can print on both sides. And yeah, they're pretty cute. Thanks for watching. Have a good week. Bye bye.